Any reason why they're not in here before 1:35? Bring the jurors on in.
Jurors enter the courtroom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Have a seat. Hope lunch was good. We're ready to resume. State's next witness.
Yes, sir. Karen Smith.
Is it Detective Smith?
Yes, sir. Detective Karen Smith.
Okay.
Former Detective Karen Smith.
Oh. Ma'am, if you'll come to the front for me, please. And if you'll raise your right hand, the clerk will administer the oath.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, ma'am, if you'll come right around here for me, please. And you can adjust that mic as you need. Just be sure and speak directly into it and loudly so we can all hear you.
Judge, Mr. Guy's going to find my second exhibit at the same time.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. State your name for the record,
Good afternoon. My name is Karen Smith.
both with traditional spellings.
Yes.
By whom are you employed?
I am currently the Director of Forensic Education at the CSI Academy of Florida, and I'm adjunct faculty at the University of Florida in the College of Pharmacy.
And it may be obvious, but can you tell the jurors what CSI stands for?
It stands for Crime Scene Investigation.
How long have you been in that capacity?
For going on 12 years.
Were you formerly employed with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Yes, I was.
How long were you a police officer with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
For 13 and a half years.
Please tell the jurors about your general law enforcement training and experience.
I spent approximately 3 years in the patrol unit in the Zone 3 area, which is Phillips Highway, University Boulevard area. And from there I transferred over to the crime scene unit at the end of 2002. And I remained there until April of last year when I resigned to take a position up at the University of Tennessee.
What was your last specific assignment with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
I was a major case detective in the crime scene unit.
Okay. Did we used to refer to those as evidence technicians or ETs?
Yes.
Well, if I say that, that's
Yes.
why. So
Yes.
let me ask you then, what type of training did you receive to become an evidence technician?
When you first start, you do a 30-day on-the-job training. And from there, you attend specific schools over time, along with job experience. I've had over 1,000 hours of formal training in classrooms and through conferences, and I hold a master's degree in forensic science from the University of Florida.
And did you receive special training specifically in homicide investigations and shooting investigations?
Yes, I did.
Did you receive both basic and advanced training in preserving and maintaining crime scenes?
Yes.
Can a crime scene be considered to be a vehicle as well?
Yes.
Did you receive special training in documenting evidence via photographs?
Yes, I did.
Any special courses in digital photography?
Yes, I took a 40-hour course in digital photography, several 8-hour courses throughout conferences over the years.
And what about in the specific collection of physical evidence?
Yes, Intro to Crime Scene Investigations is a 40-hour course. There's Advanced Crime Scene Investigations, which is another 40-hour course. And every course that you take in relation to crime scene investigations touches on that, so yes.
Were you assigned as a major case evidence technician or crime scene technician back in November of 2012 and in December of 2012?
Yes, I was.
And were you one of the major case evidence technicians to respond to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office vehicle storage warehouse at the corner of Haynes and Jesse Streets?
Yes, I was.
Is that location specifically in Jacksonville, Duval County, Florida?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office for each officer to fully document the details of his or her investigation as that officer is handling a particular matter?
Yes, it is.
Are notes then made as part of the normal course of your business?
Yes.
Are those notes then put into an official police report or evidence technician report?
Yes.
Do the reports that pertain to the shooting death of one person stay under one number so that they can all be condensed if needed or gathered if needed?
Yes, they do.
What is that number called?
It's a CCR number,
And what does that mean, just for the
a
record?
case report number.
Okay. And that case report number would have been the same whether the investigating officer was reporting in November or any follow-up investigation, is that correct?
That's correct.
Detective Smith, is it uncommon for a crime scene technician, especially assigned to the major case unit, to do individual follow-up investigations as more things develop?
It's not unusual to share the duties, no.
Okay. And then what was the day and time that you were dispatched to go to the warehouse in connection with this specific case?
I was contacted on December 7th, 2012 at approximately 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
And for what purpose were you requested to go to the warehouse?
Detective Travis Oliver contacted me by phone and asked me to serve a search warrant on a vehicle at the warehouse.
Okay. What type of vehicle was that?
It was a black Volkswagen Jetta.
All right. If you'll look at your monitor, are the monitors on, sir? Okay. On the monitor, you should see states 123. You would explain that photograph to the jury?
This is a photograph of the black Volkswagen Jetta, the front bumper area and windshield.
States 124 in evidence.
This is the rear of the vehicle showing the license plate number.
States 125 in evidence.
This is a photograph of the driver's side of the vehicle, and you can also see from a distance the evidence seals that are there.
Detective Smith, did you look at the driver's side of this vehicle to see if there was any damage to the outer portion of that vehicle?
Yes.
Did you see any damage whatsoever
No, I did not.
on either door, the front driver's door or the back passenger door that's on the driver's side?
No damage.
And what about to the back? Did you look specifically at the back, what we would call quarter panel?
Yes, I did.
Next exhibit is states 131.
This is a photograph from the passenger door looking in at the glove box and the contents thereof.
Okay, states 132.
This is a closer photograph of the exterior driver's door showing the evidence seals.
Okay, let me go back. Did we do 127? Okay, I'm sorry. 127.
This is a photograph of the passenger side through the passenger window with the door being closed.
128.
This is a photograph of the exterior of the vehicle by the windshield wiper.
All right. What did you determine to be of evidentiary value that's depicted in this photograph?
There are 2 spent shell casings next to the windshield wipers in this photo.
Are they in somewhat of a depressed area? And by depressed, I just mean like a little indentation on that vehicle.
Yes, they are.
All right. And did you yourself notice those, or had someone noticed those and asked you to specifically photograph them?
Detective Mark Musser pointed them out. He spotted them.
All right. Can you circle the first shell casing that's depicted in this photograph? And the second shell casing. Did you find any other shell casings in this general vicinity?
No, I did not.
Okay. And then going to states 129.
Where's the-
Thank you.
Thank you.
States 129, what is the purpose of this photograph?
This was on the opposite side of the vehicle. There are 2 more casings in the windshield wiper area. These 2 were found sort of tucked beneath the other windshield wiper.
And did you, can you circle each of those, please?
There's 1 and there's 2.
Did you measure those shell casings?
I did photograph them with a scale, yes.
Look at states 130 in evidence, please, and tell me, is that the purpose of that particular photograph?
Yes, that's to show the actual head stamp or the identification mark on the base of the shell casing, as well as a scale to show size.
And can you tell the jurors what the head stamp says on this particular ammunition?
These are 9mm Lugers.
Now, at this point in time, Detective Smith, would it be your responsibility to try to match this evidence up with any other evidence in this case?
No.
What is your purpose at the time you remove these things like these shell casings and photograph them?
My job is to document and collect and preserve this evidence for further analysis.
Give me one minute, please. Let me show you what's been marked into evidence as State's Exhibit 196, ma'am. I'm going to ask you to review this carefully, including the packaging, and tell me, is that the 4 shell casings that you retrieved from the front of that black Jetta?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and how is it that you know that?
It's my handwriting on the envelope, along with my signature on the back, and the 4 casings have been mounted.
Okay. Are those 4 shell casings, do they all bear the same head stamp, as you called it?
Yes, they do.
And are they all of the same caliber?
Yes, they are.
Your Honor, may I pass this to the jurors?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Detective Smith, in processing that warrant, did you also search part of the interior of that vehicle?
Yes, I did.
Tell the jurors what you did.
After photographing the vehicle, we opened the glove box and photographed the interior.
All right, is State's Exhibit 31, if you'll explain that to the jury.
This is a photograph of the glove box. I opened it, and inside was a magazine for a gun right here.
And is that commonly referred to as a clip?
Yes, sometimes it's referred to as a clip.
Okay. And did you also take a close-up of that? Look at States 132 in evidence, please.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And what did you do with that magazine?
After I photographed it, with gloved hands, obviously, I emptied it. I emptied 18 rounds out of it and then photographed it.
From your experience as a crime scene technician, as well as being a police officer who carried a semi-automatic weapon, did you determine whether or not that magazine was fully loaded?
It was, yes.
Then let me show you, ma'am, what's been marked into evidence as State's Exhibit 195, and I'm going to ask you to do the same as with the prior exhibit.
Yes, these are mine.
How do you recognize them?
Both envelopes, again, have my handwriting on them. The evidence seals are mine, and these are the items that I collected.
And you said there are 18 whole cartridges in there, is that correct?
18 live rounds, yes.
Live rounds, commonly referred to as bullets?
Yes.
Thank you. May I publish to the
Yes,
jury?
ma'am.
Detective Smith, I have one last photograph to show you. States 136. Did you pull, once you extracted the whole cartridges from that magazine, did you lay them out and take that particular photo of them?
Yes, I did.
And are those the same cartridges that the jurors just looked at in States Exhibit 195?
Yes, they are.
May I have just a moment with co-counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have.
Ms. Abel?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Smith.
Good afternoon.
Now, is it, say that you found a total of 4 casings on the exterior of the car?
Yes.
And do you have any knowledge of that car being towed from Brevard County to Jacksonville prior to your inspection?
Yes.
And is it also your understanding that the car had already been searched and inspected there by what would be the equivalent of an evidence technician?
Yes.
And so therefore, those things just weren't collected, and that goes for the magazine as well, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, regarding the magazine, you said that you opened the glove box, but isn't it accurate that the glove box was already open in the state that the car was found?
I thought that I opened it, but it is possible that it was already open, but I seem to recall opening it myself.
Okay. Is it possible that it was closed by the person that had done the prior inspection before you?
That is possible, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Is she be excused?
She may, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Abel? Thank you, ma'am. You're
Thank you, Your Honor.
excused. State's next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Rhonda Rower.